why massive growth? Why grow your business quickly? Why does it even matter to you? I mean, why can't people just be satisfied with their business growing like they are? I was reminded of this past week. I need some work done in my one of my homes needs some dirt work done. There's some low spots in it. The water settles, and so I'm having some contractors come out when the rain lets up. Having some contractors come out and do some work in our backyard of one of our properties in Louisiana, and the process of trying to find someone, a company, a vendor, and some entrepreneur out there that is running a business, trying to find one of them to actually operate in a professional manner has got to be one of the most frustrating things. And I've gone through this many times. Anytime I want any kind of work done, contacting a contractor has been some of the most frustrating times I've ever spent, because these guys, maybe not everyone, but seems like the ones I'm contacting seem to be just terrible at every single part of their business. From the very first time we contact them, all the way through even delivery in some cases. This week, the experience has been just in contacting them. So going online, of course, that's where I usually start. I've had to use a few contractors over the years, but I want to start fresh. So went to the big search engines and got a ton of names. I think I have 14 or 15 names of contractors that say online and on their website that they can do these things, that they can do dirt work and tractor work, all this stuff that I want done, and that they can do landscaping afterwards, and they can take care of the whole job. And so the process began to start calling these guys, and I started Monday, and it's a few days after that, and I still have not yet to actually have anyone respond in any kind of way that's worthwhile. We've had I've had the phone calls have been probably the most entertaining I've had. So I will call them and knowing, you know your area, you can kind of tell when a phone number is a cell phone versus a landline. Typically the number itself is different. So many of them are just cell phones. Many of them are just, we know that I'm calling someone's cell phone. And only a couple of them actually had landlines where I think they're going to answer someone that's in an actual office. So many of the phone calls have been, one was great. I think that my favorite was the phone answered, the guy called, starts ringing, all of a sudden, and all I hear is he picks up the phone and he says, "Hang on." That was how he answered the phone. Hang on. The answer was, I'm not going to tell you who I am, that you called the right place or anything, but just hang on. And then I hear in the background him yelling at some poor guy named Bill is being yelled at by this business owner or whoever answered the phone. He comes back and goes, "I'm back," and then silence. Like I'm supposed to just know why I called or if I even called the right person. So every single time I say, "I'm sorry, I thought I was calling XYZ company," and "Oh yeah, you got it. You got that place." Like, God dang. This is frustrating. And this happened not just once. I'm telling you, this happened 10 times, easily 10 times with 10 different phone calls with 10 different potential contractors. And I'm not faulting the contract industry. Maybe it's just the guys that I called, but every single one of them was horrible at trying, at putting any effort into securing their business or growing it. And so this kind of brings me back to the reason why. Because these are also the same kind of business owners like this, which, by the way, can make drastic improvements, can make drastic strides with minor improvements to their business. But businesses like this and owners, entrepreneurs like this are the ones who tend to struggle the most. These guys are answering the phone like this because they don't think they can afford to have someone answer the phone the right way. They're struggling because they don't think they have enough money to do these things. They can't afford to have someone answer the phone, or they think they're doing a better job. And the reason they think that is because they haven't taken the time to train any employees. Most of them don't have employees or only have one or two guys that hang around with them and operate the tractors or whatever else they do. And so this is not just a contract industry. I mean, this happens in every single industry, from our industries, industrial repair, to retail, to commercial real estate, to consulting and coaching like you're involved in here. All these industries have it. I know it sometimes when we first started out, we were doing those things probably poorly, just like these guys are. So I'm not faulting any person or any industry, but it just reminded me this week that frustration I feel from a consumer side, and I know the owner's struggling too. He doesn't want to answer the phone like that. He knows it's not the right way to do things to grow his business, but he doesn't know the next step to take to really grow the business in a way where he can afford to be one of the big guys, the bigger companies, and do things, quite frankly, the right way, the way that they should be done. And so that struggle is common to every industry, common to most entrepreneurs, especially when they're starting out, unless they know a better way to do things. And so